Hello and welcome to another Super Science video at the Massachusetts Regional Library. I'm Miss Stephanie, one of the children's librarians here, and today I'm going to be sharing not one but two science experiments with you guys. And you can do these experiments with things you find around your house. And since I had a lot of fun doing our weather-related experiments this last month, I decided to do some snow ones this time. Because as you guys know, soon winter is coming. And now, so let's get started. I have our experiments today are going to be snowflake painting with salt, and we're also going to make our own snow. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw some snowflakes on our paper. And I'm just going to draw them right here with the pencil, and it's probably pretty hard for you to see on the black paper, but once I put the glue on, it'll do a nice contrast. Okay, so there's 6 points right here. I'm going to make some more over here and draw some more lines and make my snowflake. And I'm almost done. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. And it kind of looks like a spider's web, doesn't it? But the nice thing is, like, every snowflake that you do will look different, just as like snowflakes are in real life. So our next thing we're going to do, we're going to put the pencil aside. We're going to take the glue now and make sure it's a nice Elmer's glue. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace over our drawing with the glue like this. There we go. And let's see, and just make sure you get all the lines. It may take a couple minutes, but it's gonna, I think I need to open this up to get a little more glue out. There we go, that's better. That was going a little slow. So let's trace it and get more glue. And do this side. Get our shape right here. And I'm sure your guys' snowflakes will look much better than mine because I'm a little sloppy here, but... And then... So keep doing it for all the sides. And then... Almost done, just a couple more lines to do. Alright, so then we have an outline of our snowflake in glue. And then let me put a little more on this side. There we go. And then the next step is we're going to put salt on our snowflake picture. So let's get this out right here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do it over the tin so it's a little neater. And let me go grab the salt real quick. So we got our salt, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit over the picture of the snowflake lightly. Okay, and then once I'm done, I'm going to take it and dump the extra salt off. And so we have this nice outline of the snowflake and salt. Now, I highly recommend that you let this dry overnight. So what I did was, instead of making you guys wait all overnight for it to dry, I made another one yesterday to show you how to make it colorful. And what we're going to do now is I mixed a little bit of water and some food coloring in a cup. And now I'm going to take my dropper, put it in there. Now, for you guys, there's going to be a very big word that I'm going to use, and it is called hygroscopic. And that word means that a material which can absorb something really well. And the salt absorbs moisture, or like water, as I'm about to show you with this, very well. And that is why we put salt on roads, because it absorbs all the ice and water, making it safe for adults to drive on it. And so let us watch as we put on there, and our snowflake is turning blue. And what's really neat about it is you can do lots of different colors, you can make patterns. I just did blue today, But you can also like make patterns if you want to do dotted patterns of like red and blue, or you can also see if you mix two colors together to make a new color. Like if you added some red to this, see if it would make purple. Or if you added yellow to it, see if it would turn green. So there's one snowflake. Now let's do the smaller ones real quick. And see how it's spreading and it's absorbing through really quick. It's traveling really quick. Because like I said, salt is a hygroscopic substance, and that means it absorbs it really, really well. Okay, and we'll do the last snowflake real quick. All right, almost done. Just add a few more drops. All right, it looks great. It's very nice. And what you can also do is you can do different snowflakes, or you could also do this with like your name or different colors or design and just make a really cool picture that way. So that is our salt snowflake painting. Okay guys, let's get started on making our snow. And what we're going to do first is we have our baking soda and our shaving cream, and we're going to put 1 cup of the baking soda into this tin. We'll do whatever, and this is a very, 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 very messy experiment. So definitely have a lot of paper towels on hand for this one. I've got some on the side of the video just in case I make a huge mess, which is pretty likely. So then, great, so we got our 1 cup of baking soda, and we're going to just let it shift to one side. Then we're going to take our shaving cream, and I'm going to put a lot of it. Let me shake it up some. It's not coming up very well. Let me try again. There we go. So we're going to put a lot of shaving cream in here. Now, what you can see is like the shaving cream and the baking powder are 2 different substances. Like this is kind of foamy and kind of almost liquidy, and this is just a powder. But when we mix the 2 together, we're going to create a chemical reaction. And what a chemical reaction is when 2 substances come together, they mix together, they create something new that they wouldn't be able to before. Because with this, you can't really do much of this, or you can't make snow or like mold it either way. But if we mix the 2 together, we're going to make something that you can mold and make like a snowman. So let's mix them together. All right, and like I said, this is super messy and it's fun. I'm having fun to just get it all together, and already I can feel it kind of changing a little bit as I'm mixing them together. It's like becoming a little easier to mold, but I'm gonna just keep doing it for a while. Make sure I get all the baking soda and all the shaving cream together. Yes, and this is definitely very messy, but very fun. And I'm just getting it all together. And I did want to say that this is probably going to keep for about a day or so if you put it in a plastic bag when you're done playing with it. And what's even better is you can play for this for a long time, and guess what? It's not going to melt like real snow would. So I think we're almost ready. As you can see, it's coming together better than it was before. You can actually almost, not quite, because I got to mix it a little more, mold things out of it. It's not like the powder or the fluff that it was before. So, just getting them together, and it just kind of feels kind of cool too. All right, let me see if I can make a snowball with my new snow. Is it coming together, guys? You think I can do it? All right. And nope, still kind of falling apart a little bit, but that is okay, because we're just gonna mix it up some more, and it may take a little time, because sometimes like a chemical reaction doesn't usually happen right away. What happens is like the substances have to come together and interact with each other, and sometimes it takes a little longer. Like another example of a chemical reaction is when we did the baking soda volcano a while back. That was a chemical reaction that happened super quickly. But this one is going to take a little bit longer. So I think this is better. So let me see if I can make a snowball now. And is it going to stay together? That's the important thing. It's doing a little better. And there we go. Yes, it's coming together quite nicely. And I can form a shape with it and see it's not falling apart. So I'm going to make this the base of my snowman. See, now it's rounder, it's staying together better. Okay, good. So let's move that so you guys can see it better. So that's the first step, and then I'm going to make a smaller one for on top. Okay. Then make it on top of each other and make a small one on top. And you can roll it around with your hands a little bit too. And there. Oh, I'm having a little trouble with this, but there we go. I have made a little snowman. So you can just play around with this. You can mold it. You can do all sorts of fun things with it. So, and like I said, it will keep for a day or two if you keep it in a plastic bag. So that is our snow. Alright guys, those are some really fun experiments, and I also wanted to share a few books about snow before we end this video. And the first is there's 2 books in the Magic Treehouse series that are related to snow and blizzards. The first is Balta and the Blue Dawn, where Jack and Annie go do some adventures with some huskies. And then their next adventure is Eve of the Emperor Penguin, and that's another fun book about snow. Now for more science information about snow, I found this really neat book called Curious About Snow. It just talks about how snow forms, that we need it to be freezing temperatures as we mentioned earlier. And my favorite part is it has all these beautiful snowflake pictures, as you can see right here. And these are like taken from under a microscope, and they're really neat because snowflakes often melt too fast for us to see them. So I just thought it was a really cool look at how no 2 snowflakes are alike, and all these different pictures of them here in the book. So if you would like either one of these books, you can go check them out in our catalog online and place a hold on them, or just come to your local branch and get them there. Thank you so much for joining us this month. I hope to share another science experiment with you soon. Bye!